students, welcome back to this program, Advanced Business Correspondence Writing Class. Well, we are going to move on today, a new chapter, Accepting an Invitation or Declining an Invitation, 接受或者是拒绝别人的邀请信。同学们记住，上星期我们的邀请信的内容就是说到当你寄发一个邀请信的时候，你应该包含了哪些的要素。首先，你应该说这个活动是在哪里举行，什么时候举行 ，when and where。And also, you also talk about what type of social event 这样子的活动是一个怎么样的活动。同时也让人家知道是什么样的dress 穿着是怎么样是适合的。当然最重要的是你不单只是send out the information about the event invitation, but also you want to know that person if they are going to come into this event or not. So the last part you need to the last one you need to include the date and the responding date, the phone number and the contact information. 常常我们在invitation 里头看到的 RSVP 就是要 please reply 这种一定要回复这是我们上星期谈到的写一封 invitation 的重点。And 今天 we talk about what do you do if you're going to accept, or what do you do if you're going to decline?This is what we are going to learn for today. Now let's take a closer look at our chapter focus. The first focus, we're going to learn the elements to use when you accept an invitation. 我们要学的第一个重点是，如果你接受有哪些邀请的就是要素应该包含在同意接受这个邀请信时。第二个重点是 you learn the elements to use when you decline an invitation. 还有一个就是你要拒绝，那这时候一封信应该包含哪些呢？ Well, you know, it's good to know that your business partner remember you and invite you to any social events. It's just a good feeling that you are remembered. But it's not always you can go to that event. So when you receive an invitation later, well, I think the main idea is you need to respond to the invitation later within a day or two. 当你收到这样子的一封邀请信，老师不管当然是很好的感觉，因为别人记住你邀请你但是有时候你确实是不能参加，不管你能不能参加，老师的建议是对这样子的邀请信，你的回复最好在1-2天内就能够处理。我们现在来看一些回复邀请信有哪些特点。首先第一个，你需要 convey a sense of warmth and readiness throughout your letter. 在字里行间应该要传达你的热情跟你的乐意。还有一个就是 ensure that the format of the acceptance letter reflect that of the invitation. 什么意思呢？就是你接受邀请信的信件格式最好能够跟邀请信一致，也就是如果对方是写邀请信给你一个 formal 的 letter，那老师觉得你回复就最好用 formal letter 来 respond。如果对方是用 email， 你就用 email； 如果对方是用 fax， 你就用 fax； 如果对方是用一张卡片寄给你，他只是说请你 call， 用打电话的回复，那你就可以用打电话的回复。OK， 就是这个回复上可以格式上可以一致。OK， there's another one.Keep it short and repeat the important details so that there is no room for misunderstanding or confusion. OK， 当同学们回复人家的邀请信的时候，如果对方就是有一些重要的 information， 比如说是在什么地点参加要花多少钱这些比较重要的 information. When you respond to that invitation, you can list it out again. Just for avoid any confusion. Next one. Reflect a sense of gratitude so that the recipient feels that you are genuinely pleased to accept the invitation. 你应该表达你对被邀请的感谢，所以让邀请者可以感受到你的感谢跟接受了邀请。 还有呢 ，you need to avoid unnecessary expression of modesty or indifferences while writing an acceptance letter。你接受邀请信的里头，应该要避免不需要的客套或者是很冷淡的反应，这些都不适合。Well, and the next one, the last one is if you are unable to attend the event for any reason, make sure you express your regret as well as the reason for being unable to come. 如果你有任何的原因你不能够参加，这个时候你应该表达你的歉意，同时你也应该说明为什么呢不能参加。接下去我们要做一个练习哈，这个练习是从我们上一个讲次就是 writing exercise 说到了 Crown Van Line 他的 President Jackson 他代表他写出一封信邀请他在美国的一个叫做 Mr. Peterson 来参加他们25周年的纪念日25周年的一个 celebration， 所以他希望对方可以在来然后参与颁奖所以这一个讲次我们就是 continues from 这个 example。 接下去我们就要来看有两个情况，你可能会接受或不接受。那上一次是用 email 所以这两个人因为在信件里头Jackson 说你如果要不要参与都用 email 来回复他的秘书叫 Susie。 那现在我们来看这接受跟不接受的 example。接受的 example to Susie, okay, and then from 这我们看到是 from Stephanie Forney, and subject is for 25th anniversary。这样子的一个header information 是回应那一封信，他希望你参不参加都跟 Susie 联络，而且是 to 一个 email 的情况。我们再来看他的这封信，我们待会会再看两个之间有什么差别，接受跟不接受的差别。现在我们看他最后的结尾，他用了 best wishes， 然后因为他没有签名，认为这是email 的模式，所以不用签名，所以直接打了名字。同学还记住我们谈到 email format 的时候，我们都会把这个signature block 会把更多的 information 放进去，比如说你的职称。好，在这里的范例他说到了他的公司跟他的 fax 还有他的 email address. So this is a great information. Sometimes you may add your website or your company address.Those information to this block that would be fine too. 但这个 example 它提供了这些 information， 这是 accepting。待会我们会细看那个内容。现在我们来看 declining 的 example。declining example 它的 header information is the same, so we're going to skip. Now let's look at the bodies part. 我们看到它用了 Dear Susie. Well, 因为在later 里头他就说直接 contact 他的secretary Susie， 所以我们并不知道 Susie 的 last name， so it's appropriate you just say Dear Susie， 因为你不知道他的姓。如果他有说 Susie 陈或 Susie 徐，那你就可以用 Dear Miss 陈 or Miss Xu. All right, and then now let's move on to the signature block. What the differences between this one and that last one? It was a best regards 不一样。OK， 之前用的是 best wishes， 在这边用了 best regards， 这都是非常OK 和 acceptable 的conclusion 和 closure， complimentary close we call that. Well, we have more to learn, and we will get into the details to compare, to look at the differences between accept or decline. But we're going to take a break first. Before we move on to check it out, we have several questions. I want you to think about it. And we're going to look at those questions and we find out the answer. So from finding out the answer, you know more about the details about writing a letter of acceptance or a letter of declining an invitation. The first question I want you to think about it was how did the opening section begin? Okay, so 不管是我们先来看 accepting example， 好，怎么开头 ？OK， 首先这个开头呢，it just begin with the appreciation， 谢谢人家就好了哈。你看他怎么说？他说 Mr. Peterson has asked me to write saying he's honored to accept Jackson's invitation. OK， 他第一开始他就是说明他谢谢。OK， 这个是一个回应邀请信的最好的开始就是谢谢人家，这是 accepting 的 example。我们来看 declining 的 example 怎么说 ？declining 他用了 Mr. Peterson would like to thank you very much for your kind invitation。同学们，你注意到了，不管是接受人家的邀请，或者是拒绝，你都是从谢谢人的邀请开始，表示你的谢意。那有一些单字跟有一些片语，可以让你很快的知道，对方是接受了还是拒绝了。有时候，你不需要全部看完，你大概看了一个 keyword and you know are they coming or are they not。我们来看 accepting 的 example 有哪些 keyword 告诉你，比如说 Mr. Peterson OK is honored 很荣幸 to accept 当然这里很清楚 to accept 还有我们也可以从另外一句可以看到他说什么OK 我们往下看他说He would be delighted to attend. He would be delighted. 他很愉快的、很欢喜的来参加 attend. 所以这两个 keyword 大概告诉你对方是要来参加了。那么 what about declining? 我们看 declining 有一个 keyword 让你知道第一个字 Unfortunately, he would not be able to attend your ceremony. 你一看到 unfortunately 你就知道这封信人家是不来了。这两封信除了第一段跟第二段我们做了一些比较之外，我们也要来看到底这两封的范例它还提供了哪些 additional information. Well, let's take a look at accepting example. It says, he will be in Taipei from December 22 to 26. 所以他在这一段说到了他在什么时间会来台北。这个有什么意思呢？通常在这里呢，就是对方给你更多的 information。同学们要知道，这是一个跟国际的一个国外的一个工作伙伴的联系，所以对方让他知道我会在这段时间来到台北，来到台湾。所以 if you have a more plan for me, go ahead to do that。这是这个意思。对方让你知道他这段时间会来台北，在商场上，他就是可能你可以 take a further guess, further step. That means that he is available during those days. 当然，这个表示他一定会来。同时，老师觉得也释放了一个信息，就是对方这段时间都是 available. If you have any business meeting, if you have any tour, that he will be available. That is that purpose. 我们看 declining, 它还提供了哪些 additional information? It says, because he will be in New York at that time for another conference. 同学们还记住我说过，如果你不参加、拒绝接受了拒绝别人的邀请 then you need to give a reason. Explain the reason why you can't come. So here is the reason. You explain why you can't be there because he will be in New York for another conference. So that's additional information provided in this paragraph. What about 他们的conclusion? What is the difference between these two examples? 一个接受，一个不接受，在他们的结语有哪些差别？我们现在来看 accepting example 怎么结尾。Okay, the last part, it says, many thanks for the invitation. 所以同学们，他很简单的就谢谢人家的 invitation. What about declining? Declining, it says, with apologies once again. 很抱歉，再一次的道歉。 同学们也许会觉得，老师 conclusion 就这么简单 ，OK 吗？要不要写更多？老师觉得在写作的当中，同学们最常有的问题就是他们觉得要写得长一点才好看。No, that's not right thinking. Well, business letter has to be concise and to the point. People are so busy, they don't want to spend too much time on reading your letter. So as long as your letter communicate your purpose, that will be perfect. That will be fine. So even it's a short conclusion, but that is appropriate conclusion for this type of letter. You accept, you thanks. If you decline, you apologize. 对不对？所以同学们刚刚老师提到啊，我再一次说，很多同学觉得结尾就是一封信，好像要写到某一种长度。同学们有一个迷思，就是长度的迷思，觉得写信所有的文字都要到一个长度才好，这不对的。商用书信不一样啊，其实所有的写作都不一样，都是一样的，要简短，要 to the point， 你不要有赘句赘词。在这样子回复 invitation 的信件里头，结尾就这么简单，因为这就是你的 purpose of your letter. You thank them because you go in. You take them, you accept the invitation, and you decline, you apologize, 你就道歉，就这么一个 simple sentence, fit your purpose. That would be great. All right, right now let's take a little short break before we move on to our next section. Students, we have some writing tips for you for writing a letter to accept invitation or to decline an invitation. 你接受邀请或是拒绝邀请，老师综合了这些tips for you. That means that when you write a letter like this, and these are the information for you. Here we go. Take a look. If you accept an invitation, this is the first one you need to know. You begin your letter, express your appreciation for the invitation. 首先你先表达你的感谢，别人邀请你，你就谢谢人家。刚刚我们已经看了两种类型的书信，都是从这里开始。The second one, you tell the person that you accept the invitation. 因为你是接受，所以你很快的就告诉别人你接受。The third one, you want to include any other important information if there is any. For example, if you want people come late or you want them to leave early, what other information you think is important? 如果你要在任何的重点要提到的，你可以在这里说到，比如说你会提前走，或者是你要晚一点到，就是有特别的事，你可以在回信的时候也说明。Okay, let's continue. The fourth, ask any question you might have. 如果你有任何的问题你不清楚 ，and you can bring this up. 问一下说你的问题。The last one is you let the reader know that you look forward to the event. 当然，一封接受邀请信的里头，你说我就是只要出席 ，Yes, I'm coming， 可不可以这么简单呢？其实，在书信的那个格式里头，或者是表达的里头，有时候你就是有一些东西是必须要包含，比如说刚刚老师说的，你让对方知道 you look forward to that event， 你期待参加，这种句型很简单，甚至你没有被教导，你就不知道我要这么说。事实上，你就是需要这么说一句I'm looking forward to this event. I'm looking forward to meeting you guys, meeting you all. 这样子的句子，期待的一个一个句型出现在最后，是非常合适的。那接下去我们来看 What about you decline? You are not going to that event.You're not going to that party. What do you do? Okay, these are the tips for you. The first one, you still express your appreciation for being invited to the event. 对被邀请，你可以表达你的感谢。The next one, you express your regret for being unable to attend the event. You also talk 表达你的 regret 觉得歉意，觉得遗憾不能参加。再来一个就是，当然你表达遗憾的同时，你也要说明为什么你不能参加，这就是第3个重点。You indicate the reason why you can attend。第4个重点就是 if appropriate， 如果是适合的话，看场合看情况 ，you can send you a congratulation or send a donation to the persons or the company。看有时候是别人的庆祝活动、周年活动，或者是人家的任何的比如说社交的 wedding or birthday party， 你可以送人家在你的回信当中，你可以表达你的祝贺，同时你也有时候可以 send donation， 比如说人家的年终尾牙你会送一些礼物之类的你可以在这里头提，特别是你不能去的情况下 ，that would be so appropriate do that， so 你不会失礼，因为你人不到了嘛，对不对？所以你就同时说我人不会到give a reason， and also at the same time you mention that you send them a gift or you send them some sort of a congratulation present。OK， 这是很适合的。最后我们来看。You need to express your hope that the event will be a success。这个跟刚刚最后接受的信件接受邀请的是有一点类似的接受邀请的你是表达你期待，那这个你不能去的呢，你就祝福他会是一个成功的一个活动。在回复一封邀请信，你接受或是不接受，你去或不去，都有它回信的重点。刚刚我们所提的这些 tips is a great resource. And so remember, next time you write, you compose a letter to respond an invitation. This is a great resource for you. All right, I know some of my students have questions for me, and I think it's time for me taking their questions. And if you have, pay attention to my answer to their questions. Okay, here we go.
如果我收到了一封非常正式的邀请信，但是我必须拒绝，我该用什么方式回复呢？ Email, fax, or letter, which one is better?
Well, 如果它是一封很正式的邀请信 I assume it's a letter, right? 通常当然很正式的邀请信通常就是一封 letter 的格式，它大概不会是用 email 的格式或者是 fax 的格式。但是有可能一封很正式的邀请信会用一个卡片来呈现，就是你们有时候会看到那种很正式的邀请卡 ，it's possible。但是因为你说是邀请信，正式的邀请信，说 I assume， 我想你说的就是邀请信。这种情况呢，老师觉得你应该用邀请信回答。如果对方有请你 RSVP， 比如说要你回复，有给你任何的contact person's name or a phone number for you to call, you do that first, and then you can do both. You call them first, and then you send a formal letter to respond to their invitation. Okay, that's my answer. Okay, take next one.
老师，你说过，我们收到邀请函里面，如果注有 RSVP 的话，不去参加活动就不需要回信。那如果我们收到的邀请函里面没有注明 RSVP 呢？不去参加需不需要回信呢
？Well, yeah, sometimes you do receive invitation letter without RSVP. 有时候确实会收到没有 RSVP， 这有可能他们的活动不是这么的正式这么的 formal 哈。还有一个就是有可能他们的处理文书的人就不知道可以用这种方法。事实上，在商场上invitation letter with the RSVP 是大部分会这么做，为什么呢？老师前一讲有说到，这是 for 你的 budget reason，OK，it's just for better organization， 好，所以通常会有 RSVP。如果突然这封信是没有 RSVP， 没有叫你 reply， 你要不要 reply？ 同学们，老师觉得 reply 不会使你损失什么，但是你 reply 却会彰显你的专业性、你的效率性，还有你的正式，你看重对方。老师觉得不会损失什么 ，Why not？ 对不对？你还是可以回答。但是如果你不去参加，老师觉得还是可以去参加。当然你回答，不去参加，老师觉得也仍然可以回答。It just help you to build a relationship with each other. Why not? Okay, next question.
如果受邀者收到邀请信，可是当中呢有些条件无法配合，这样子我该怎么回复给对方？然后尤其谈到有关于服装的部分，然后例如贵公司邀请我穿着正式的服装，可是我没有办法配合，这样子该怎么向对方解释呢？
Well， 同学们同学老师回答你的问题，这个问题很好。你刚刚说到有些条件不能配合，很显然的，对方的邀请信已经有说出一些条件一些期待，比如说他要你几点到，比如说他要你穿什么样的服装，比如说他要你配合的事情，depends。它的条件是怎么样？通常这种邀请信的条件通常不外乎是准时，还有服装，或者是有时候会希望你如果是社交的活动，他可能会叫你带什么菜什么。通常社交的邀请信，如果要你带什么东西，他通常给你很多选项，不会是只有一项。所以老师觉得你刚刚的问题好像是服装，是不是？对同学们刚从学校毕业常常是比较没有一些正式的服装，所以也许当你初次毕业初次要接受一个宴会，你可能会觉得好像没有适合的服装这时候你是不是要跟对方说明？老师的回复是 I don't think you need to。OK， 如果你就是没有合适的服装，你不要去，那你就是不去就可以了老师不觉得你需要这时候在你的回复的信件中特别提到。OK， 同学们，我们还有一点时间，我们来看今天的 writing exercise。今天的 writing exercise, you need to write an email message to accept or decline this invitation sent from another department in your company. Now you, on behalf of your department, marketing department, you respond to this invitation. 同学们，今天的写作练习是你要代表 marketing department 来回应这封邀请信。你可以是 accept， 你也可以是 decline， 也可以是拒绝。同学们要按照老师所教授的这几个原则来掌握回信的重点。因为这次的回信写作练习是 by email format, so you need to be careful with the header information and also complete signature block. And don't forget this letter is from marketing department, so from who, it has to be marketing department. So you can check your answer in our textbook. Alright, that's about all for today, and we cover how to respond to an invitation letter. Next week, we'll move into a brand new unit. Okay, in this unit, we're going to learn employment letter. We're going to learn about writing an application letter, form a resume or a CV, and also after interview you need to write a follow-up letter. Those are great lessons for you. You don't want to miss it. Okay, I hope you will come back and tune in our program on time. And you know you can check the internet resource to watch our program as well. All right, that's all for today, and hope you enjoy your day. All right, bye-bye.